What is up guys, welcome back to the videos. If you guys are new, my name is Mike. So in this video we're going to be working on rims for the Z. Before I show you guys, I just want to say that I did get these wheels for free. They are not my first choice, but again, it's my daily, and it's also like a drift car that I want to get seat time in. Me dailying the car, and when you daily a car, you're gonna run into like curbs or whatever once in a while. It's a daily, it's gonna happen. I'm not saying I'm a bad driver, but it happens once in a while. So these are my free rims, and they kind of look like stock Evo 10 wheels, like the Enkis. That's what they kind of remind me of. They're the perfect size for the Z. I'm gonna need some spacers just to space it out, just so it looks a little bit better. They're probably like really cheap wheels. I've never heard of this brand before. Kenzo R. They're plastic, but whatever. They're 18 by 9s. So I think they are a little bit wider than the Z's original wheels. There is some like damage here and all around. Whoever had this set of wheels before wasn't the best driver. There's like a lot of curb rash, especially here. But for a set of drift spares or like summer wheels, I think it's gonna look okay. I do want to get some different wheels for the Z eventually, so until then these will work. I'm happy with it. So obviously we're not going to be keeping this really ricey looking red, I don't know what to call it, like a pinstripe, like a red stripe around the rim. We're going to be getting rid of that and fixing. It looks like in some areas I'm going to have to file it because that is like smushed. I don't know how else to describe this, but it looks like it mushroomed a bit and it's smushed. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it a nicer color, put some spacers on, and hopefully the Z is actually going to look like decent for once, and it's not going to have those ugly stock wheels, and I can finally mount my drift spares. So I have drift spares here and there, so I have a lot of rubber to go through this year. So out of all the rims, this one actually looks like it's the best condition. Most of the damage is on the spokes for some reason. I don't know how this dude did that without hitting this, but we're gonna be sanding it down. I don't even know what grit this is, but so we're gonna scuff it, maybe even file it, and then put some primer. So my dad was able to sand a lot of the like mushrooming or burrs away from the damage, and it actually looks really good. What I'm trying to do here is probably the worst part of the rims, the curb rash, because it's not only like flattened, but it's also like there's burrs from on the inside here. So I'm trying to file all of that away just so it looks better when we do end up painting it. So this is what I got so far. It's not completely gone, but it does look a little bit better, and I can run my finger through it and it's like somewhat smooth, so I'm kind of happy with this. So these are like the hubcaps or the center caps that came with the rims. I started sanding them down just to kind of get them flat, since there is like a texture on it. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm trying to get it flat, and I'm probably going to spray it like a different color or like black, and just put like get someone to print like a Z logo for me, just because these ones look beat up, and I don't know, they kind of look like it's trying to be carbon fiber, but it's really not. It looks kind of dumb, so I might print out like a Z logo to make it look a little bit better.
Day 2.
Alright, so it's a new day, and I just finished sanding all the rims here. It kind of rained on me a little bit, so kind of sucks. And here's a little sneak peek at the color. I kind of just tried it there, just like a little coat or whatever. All the rims are done. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some soapy water here and wipe all the rims down with a rag, and then I can start spraying the actual primer and then base coat and then the actual color and stuff like that. Right now I'm just sanding down the barrels and looking at the inside. This are pretty deep, and I don't think I can just sand this off since it's like so deep. What I could do is put body filler and then sand that off, but I feel like it's just way too much work for these types of rims, so they're probably going to be just drift spares. I just want them to look good. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mask around this line here and end up spraying the barrels black and then having the face a different color. That way I can at least save on paint, and I have a bunch of black paint that I can just make the barrels, and I also hide some brake dust as well. After one wipe down with this mix of like baby shampoo and water, the barrel actually looks like, it doesn't look that bad. It actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to continue wiping this, and this is probably going to be the first rim to get primer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so I got my etching primer. Oh, that's French. Self-etching primer. I'm going to go ahead and put the first coat of primer on the rim. These rims are actually kind of hard to paint because you have to get like inside all of these grooves and stuff. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. So I've never actually tried base coats before, but I'm gonna try spraying this white paint after primer. So hopefully the rims would come out a little bit brighter than the original color, because I thought the original color was a little bit too dark. But it could just be the test spray because I did spray it on a black rim. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try a white base coat since I haven't tried using a base coat before. I think this one's almost ready for, yeah, it's dry to touch. It's almost ready for the base coat. This one I'm gonna have to spray the primer, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray primer on this and then the base coat on that one. Alright, so white base coat time. I'm gonna spray it on this one, and hopefully it does make the overall finish a little bit lighter once we put the color. Holy jeez, this one sprays really wide. I don't know how many base coats I'm supposed to put, so I'm just dusting it on right now. I don't know what this is, but this paint kind of smells like grass. It smells kind of weird. Honestly, the rims don't look bad in white. They look pretty good. Kind of like it. Eventually, I want to do white rims on the Z, but I feel like the silver and white has been done way too often. I want to do a color change eventually, like wrap the Z, and I want to put white wheels, so I want to make the silver look a little bit different. Plus, painting wheels is just kind of fun and really cheap. Alright, so I think that's good for the base coat. I think I got everything. So now that the two rims are pretty much dry with the base coat, I can finally spray the actual color. I was kind of looking for like a copper bronze color, kind of similar to like the TE37 bronze. I don't know what the color code is, but this is the closest I could get. It's called Flat Chestnut by Rust-Oleum. Ooh, goes nothing. Dude, it sounds weird. Did I not shake it up enough? I mean, you can still kind of see the white, but it's coming out actually pretty good. I don't know how I feel about this color anymore. First of all, it's kind of different than the cap. I can tell it's a little bit lighter than the cap, which makes sense because of the base coat, but this did not go according to plan. Maybe they'll look different on the car, but it kind of looks brown in person. It actually looks really good on camera, but in person it looks a little different. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let these rims dry. I think this is my second last or my last coat, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other two rims to wipe them off and clean them up, and then once these are dry, I'll try and mount tires and see how they look on the car. So after contemplating my decisions with the color, I think they actually look pretty good. First, I thought they kind of look more root beer than they do the actual color on the can. I don't think it's because of the base coat. It just looks a little bit more on the brown side than copper or bronze. I think it's gonna look okay on the Z. They definitely look a lot better on camera than they do in person. Also, if you guys ever want to use this color, just be aware that to me the sprayer is kind of crappy. It kind of gets like splotchy, kind of like that there, and you kind of have to like make the rim a little darker and spray more on top of it. All right, I think these two rims are done. I just gotta let them dry, and should be all good to go. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do to the center caps right now. I'm going to try and attempt to keep the carbon, because I think it looks okay. I sprayed water over it and the carbon kind of just like popped, but I got some like soapy water and I have the center caps here. So right now when you look at it, it's really like flat and kind of like dull, but as soon as I spray it, It just looks way better. It almost looks kind of real. I don't even know if this is real or not, but I don't know. So that got me thinking. I'm gonna try and keep the carbon the way it is. So I bought some clear. Hopefully it comes out like this. If it doesn't, worst case, I'll just spray it like satin black or something like that and it'll still look pretty good. All right, so they're all dry and dull right now. Let's go ahead and spray some clear. Hopefully this works. Oh, that actually looks so good. That came out way better than I anticipated. So we went from this to this. Super, super nice. I'm actually super proud of that. I think these came out way better than the actual rims. So I'm gonna put some more coats of clear. I'm gonna put a thicker coat, so if I want in the future to buff it, I can probably buff it. And I'll spray the rest of these, and I think the rims are gonna look sick with these. Other than that, the whole face looks pretty good. We had a little mishap right there. Whatever, that's okay. Definitely the color of the wheels are growing on me and I think it's gonna look pretty good, especially with the brown and silver contrast. I'm pretty hyped on these wheels. I think they look great. Well, that's not good. It's raining. So as you guys just saw, it is raining outside and it does say, according to the weather channel, it's gonna get harder and harder. I decided to probably just leave the rims outside in the rain, let them like harden and dry up a little bit more, give it another day. So unfortunately, we won't be able to mount the tires on the Z. Although I'm super, super excited to see how they look like. I'm sure you guys are too. The rim reveal video will come next. So unfortunately, I would have to end the video here. I hate doing this to you guys. I'm sorry. If I had the choice, I probably would all put in one video. The reveal video for the rims will be the next video. But on the bright side, I am trying to upload more and more to get more content. I think this week I uploaded 3 videos, which is I think the most I've ever uploaded. I try to upload every other day or every 2 days or something like that. I would recommend you guys, if you have rims that are a little bit like old or worn out looking, give them a fresh coat of paint of whatever color you want, and there you go, you have a new mod on your car. Like I said, I will have to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and join the Annie Perfect Society. Peace out, and make it happen.